So this is the second in a series of 3 videos I'm doing where I'm using an old school 4-track recorder as kind of a recording platform to do some experiments. The last video was about flipping the tape over to achieve tape reverse. This video is all about using this pitch slider or pitch control. This is a Yamaha MT50. It's the same model 4-track I had way back in the day, like 30 years ago. And it has a pitch slider. A lot of the old Tascam 4-tracks have a pitch knob. They both do the same thing though. They change the rate at which the tape spins while it's recording. So let's take a look at what we can do with this. At the base level, I'm going to leave the pitch slider in the middle. Just record something. Ooh. And if we listen back to that, leave the pitch slider where it was. Faithful recording. Now if I move the pitch slider down, the tape will be spinning slower. Not only does it change the note and the speed, but the timbre is a little bit different. If we turn that pitch slider all the way up and re-listen. So we got a lot of options with this, and I'm going to do a little experimental recording with like drums, Glockenspiel, Melodica, and bass. When I recorded the drums, I recorded it with the pitch slider all the way up. So the tape was recording at its fastest speed. This is what the drums sounded like in the room. And then I can use the pitch slider to slow down the tape, which was always the effect I was going for which I was going. Next, I recorded the Melodica, and because I knew I wanted to slow the drums all the way down, I turned the pitch slider all the way down when I recorded the Melodica. You can see here I've got M for Melodica, it's pointed all the way left, so I left some breadcrumbs for myself so I knew where the pitch slider was. So Melodica sounds like this. It's in A minor. And what I didn't know yet was how much the pitch changes when I move the slider. So I just turned it all the way up, listen to it. And it's now at C sharp minor. So the pitch slider from all the way down to all the way up is going to be a major third. That should mean that right in the middle is a whole step. So it moved from all the way down, it was in A minor. All the way up, it's going to be in C sharp minor. In the middle should be B minor. I wasn't sure if that was actually true, so I checked it out and went to the middle and took a listen. Screwed it up there, but my hypothesis was correct. So now that I knew where all of these pitches were, the song starts out in A minor, ends in B minor, I moved the pitch all the way up to the top. And this is when I recorded the Glockenspiel. And this is what it sounds like in the room. And I could use the pitch slider . Some of the extra tones and overtones sound a little bit creepier when I do it like that. So I recorded that with the pitch slider all the way up again, and I slowed it down, the same as the drums. So the drums and the Glock were both recorded all the way up. Together they sounded like this in the room. But I'm going to use the pitch slider to change the pitch. And now that I know how far it moves, I know what 3 intervals or 3 keys it could be. So for this I recorded the bass with the pitch turned all the way up so I could slow it back down and get the lower overtones. Not easy to say. Words is hard. Like I did for the drums and the Glockenspiel. There was no amp or anything. It was recorded direct into the 4-track, so it was not very loud in the room. And until I was editing this, I didn't realize that you can hear my cat Commander Wisdom meowing in the background while I'm recording it. What I really wanted to do was use the pitch as kind of a pitch shift. So like, during mix down, playback, whatever. But it's actually pretty hard to get it to be to stop exactly where I'd like it to stop. I think if I had a knob, it might be a little bit easier. So what I did instead, or what I'm going to do, is just kind of set some physical stops for myself. I'm just going to take a Post-it note and say like I want it to be about a half step of a change. So I'm just going to set a couple stops here. And now physically, that's where the pitch slider is going to stop when I move it. So I should be able to a little bit too far of a pitch shift, so let's adjust. It's really fun doing this kind of analog stuff sometimes. So that's how I'm going to mix this down. Let's see how it sounds. Hey, thank you so much for checking out my new video. This is, like I said, the second of a trilogy using this machine. So subscribe if you want to check out others. If you dug this, please hit the like button as well. Tell your friends, your family, tell your enemies, tell strangers, tell the ghosts in the attic, etc. I could use the views. And again, I appreciate you checking this out. I'll see you around. Cheers.